Hello, welcome to English class. It's an advanced lesson, should and should have. We're going to talk about problems and we're going to use should and should have to find what can be done about these problems. Okay, let's go. Let's look at some pictures. Here's the first picture. What has happened here? What's the problem? Something has hit the city. Maybe a meteorite, maybe a bomb. The problem is I think it's a war zone. I think this man has survived a war. We can see the helicopters going past. Okay, the next one. Keys on the floor. Someone was walking away. What's the problem? The problem is that they've dropped the keys. They have dropped the keys. Okay, what's the next problem? It's a shoe. It's got a hole in it. There's a hole in the shoe. That's the problem. If there's a hole in your shoe, you can get water inside. Your feet will get wet. Okay, here's the next one. What's the problem here? It won't turn on. The phone won't turn on. The phone has a flat battery. The phone has a flat battery. Okay, how about the next one? What's this problem? Well, he's at the airport and he's like, oh no! I think he has missed his flight. He has missed his flight. Okay, how about the next? The beach. It's too crowded. The water's full of boats. The beach is too crowded. That's the problem. The beach is too crowded. Okay, the next one. We can't see what the problem. Maybe we can't read what it says on the door. Is there a problem? Maybe it's closed. The post office is closed. All right, the next one. What's the problem here? He has set the pan on fire. The pan is on fire. That's the problem. And the last one. The neck is so red. He has got sunburn. He's got sunburn. Okay, those are the problems of today's lesson. Now, it's time for grammar alert. It's the grammar alert. What is going on with the grammar? It's should and should have. So first of all, should. Should is the verb you use to say the next action which a person will take if it's a good idea for the person to take this as the next action. In this situation, what should you do? You should. So let's think about it. I have dropped my keys. What should you do? I have dropped my keys. You should turn around and look for them. Okay, I'm going to post a letter. I'm going to post a letter. What should I do? You should buy some stamps. Okay. I have survived a war. What should he do in this situation? He's alive, but the city is destroyed. What should he do next? What's the next thing that's a good idea to do? You should find some food. I think you should find somewhere to sleep as well. Find some shelter. Okay, my phone battery is flat. What should I do when my phone battery is flat? I should find a charger. You should find a charger. Okay. What should you do if your pan is on fire? You should put a cloth over it. Don't put water. If you put water, it will... That's a bad idea. Put a cloth on the pan. Okay. What should you do if you have sunburn? If you have sunburn, you should find some cream. Find some cream to put on your neck. What should you do if you have a hole in your shoe? You should buy new shoes at this point. You just should buy some new shoes. Okay, so now it's the next grammar. Should have. And with should have, we use the past participle in the verb. So with these ones that we just had, you should find a charger. You should put a cloth. You should buy some stamps. It's the present simple verb. But with the should have, you've got the verb 3, the past participle. You should have eaten. You should have taken. You should have seen. You should have been. You should have watched. You should have gone. You should have found. It's the verb 3. So that tells us about the past. It's not what you need to do next in the future. It's what, if you went back in time in the past, you could change things. How could you make it better? What should you have done? What would you do if you're back in the past, but now it's too late? You should have. It's something, it can't be done now, but if you'd done it before, you wouldn't have the problem. You could have avoided the problem. The should have. Let's look at the examples. My phone has no power. You should have plugged it in. You should have plugged it in. Okay, the next one. I have sunburn. I have sunburn. What should I have done before? You should have put sunscreen on. You should have put sunscreen on before. Before you went to the beach, you should have put sunscreen on. Okay, what should he have? Okay, let's say You can't find any hotels because the beach is too crowded. The beach is too crowded. I can't find a hotel anywhere. What should I have done? I should have booked online. If I could go back in time and change things, I should have booked online. Okay. What about if I can't walk in my shoes? I can't I can't speak in my voice. Okay, and the last one, he's missed the flight. He's too late. What should he have done? He should have left home earlier. He should have gone earlier. He should have gone on the train or the car, the taxi, 2 hours before. He should have been at the airport 2 hours before. And then he wouldn't be in this situation. So what about, have any of these things happened to you? Have any of them happened to me? More importantly, because I'm making this video. I have dropped my keys. It's happened not recently, but it's happened a few years ago. I was at a restaurant and I got home and I didn't have my keys. So I should have been more careful at the restaurant. Only once I missed a plane. I didn't know what was happening in Bangkok. There was a problem with the airport of Bangkok. And when I got to the airport in England, they said, you can't fly. You should have come to the airport earlier. So but in the end, I could go the next day. I didn't have to pay because it wasn't my fault. But I should have come to the airport first thing in the morning. And once, when I was at university, I set my toast, not on fire, but I came in the kitchen and there was smoke everywhere. And I took the toast out and I opened the window, but it was too late. I shouldn't have left my toast under the grill, and the smoke alarm went off, beep, 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 and everybody had to go outside. There was like 200 or 100 people all had to go and stand outside until the fire brigade came. Even I saved it already. I already turned off the heat and there was no fire, but once the alarm goes, beep, beep, you have to go out. So I shouldn't have left my toast under the grill. Okay, so those are my stories about things that I shouldn't have done. What about you? Have you had any of these happen to you? Write it in the comments. What was the problem and what should you have done? What shouldn't you have done? Remember, should. We use the simple I should take some medicine. I should put a cloth on the fire. I should plug my phone in. Simple tense, what's next? Should have, I should have eaten lunch. I should have left earlier. It's something in the past, what you would do differently if you were in the past, so you could avoid this problem. And you use the verb 3, the past participle. Okay, that was today's lesson. If you liked the lesson, you know what to do.